You have been playing by rules you did not write. In every negotiation, every conflict, every subtle competition for position, there is a structure that was already there before you arrived. You accepted it. You found your place within it. You measured your success by how well you performed inside a framework someone else designed. And you never stopped to ask the most dangerous question of all: who benefits from these rules, and why am I following them? There is a reason some people seem to glide through situations that leave you struggling. It is not luck. It is not connections. It is perception. They see something you do not see. While you are focused on the pieces moving on the board, they are looking at the board itself. They are asking whether this is even the right game, whether the rules are actually fixed, whether there is a door in the room that everyone else has agreed to ignore. They do not play better, they play different. You have felt it before, the sudden shift in a conversation when someone reframes the entire situation with a single sentence. What was your weakness is now your strength. What was their demand is now their vulnerability. The facts did not change. The frame changed. And in that moment, you glimpsed something both thrilling and unsettling. Reality is more negotiable than you were taught to believe. Schopenhauer saw the world as a place of relentless competition. Every organism striving against every other, will against will, forever. He did not see this as tragic. He saw it as the basic condition of existence. To be alive is to want, and wanting creates conflict with others who want. The only question is whether you will navigate this conflict consciously, or be navigated by it unconsciously. Most people are chess pieces who believe they are chess players. The first step to actual power is recognizing which one you are. Every system you operate within has a set of assumptions that go unquestioned. The workplace has its hierarchy, its unwritten rules about who speaks and who listens, what counts as valuable and what does not. Relationships have their patterns: who pursues, who withdraws, who holds the emotional cards. Even your own family has a structure you were born into, roles you were assigned before you could consent. These systems are not natural laws. They are constructions, and constructions can be reconstructed by anyone willing to see them as constructions. The predatory thinker does not accept the game as given. They study it. They ask where the leverage points are, what holds the structure in place, what would happen if certain assumptions were questioned. This is not manipulation in the crude sense. Manipulation works within the existing rules to extract advantage. This is something deeper. It is the recognition that rules themselves are instruments of power, and whoever controls the rules controls everything that happens within them. Consider how most conflicts are framed. There is a right and a wrong, a winner and a loser, a pie that must be divided. But what if you refuse the frame? What if instead of arguing for a larger slice, you question whether pie is even what is being divided? What if the thing the other person thinks they want is not actually what they want, and you can show them something they want more? The conflict dissolves not through victory, but through transcendence. You have not won the game. You have changed it into a game where both of you can win, and in doing so, you have gained more than you would have by fighting. Schopenhauer understood that the will is blind. It strives without knowing why it strives, wants without understanding what it truly wants. People pursue goals that they inherited, that were marketed to them, that they accepted without examination. The predatory thinker pays attention to this blindness, both in others and in themselves. They ask, what does this person actually need beneath what they say they want? What fear is driving this demand? What would satisfy the underlying hunger that they have misidentified? This is how negotiations turn, not through pressure, but through redefinition. The master negotiator does not fight for their position. They discover what position would make the fight unnecessary. They find the solution that makes the other person feel like they have won, while delivering exactly the outcome that was needed. Both parties leave the table satisfied because the table itself was redesigned. The game became a different game, one where winning was not about defeating the opponent, but about changing what victory meant. But this applies beyond negotiation. It applies to every stuck situation in your life. The career that feels like a trap has walls that are more psychological than real. The relationship that feels impossible is often held in place by assumptions neither person has articulated. The problem you have been trying to solve for years might not be the real problem. It might be a symptom of a deeper misalignment that you could address directly if you saw it clearly. Most people try to get better at the game. They work harder. They learn the rules more thoroughly. They become experts in systems that may not serve them. The predatory thinker asks a different question. Why am I playing this game? Is winning this game even worth the cost? What would it look like to simply stop playing and create a different game where my natural strengths become advantages rather than irrelevancies? The shift happens when you stop asking, how do I win this game? And start asking, is this the game I want to play? When you stop trying to get better cards and start asking, who decided what cards are valuable? When you stop optimizing your position and start questioning the map. This is the moment when everything opens up. When you see that the walls were never walls, they were agreements, and agreements can be renegotiated. Schopenhauer would point out that most people lack the courage for this kind of seeing. It is easier to believe that the rules are fixed, that the game is the game, that your only option is to play harder. This belief protects you from the vertigo of freedom. If everything is negotiable, then you are responsible for everything. If the rules are not real, then you chose to follow them. Most people would rather be prisoners than face that kind of responsibility. But you are not most people. You are the one listening to this. You are the one who felt something flicker when you considered that the rules might not be real. That flicker is your intelligence recognizing something your conditioning has tried to hide. The game is not fixed. It never was. It was always a negotiation disguised as a fact. Follow that flicker. Let it lead you to the questions everyone else is afraid to ask. What would happen if you stopped playing by the rules and started writing them? What would happen if you stopped competing for prizes you did not choose and started deciding what prizes matter to you? What would happen if you stopped fitting yourself into structures and started building structures that fit you? The game is not fixed. It never was. And now you know.